What will you do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises, way hey up she rises. Early in the morning, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor. Early in the morning. All right, let's get started. Cult campaign. Man, they added a lot of stuff on here since I played last. There's only a main campaign and free play last time I played. We're gonna do the main campaign. Escape the clutches of the cult of Halifron and foil their attempts at world domination. The main campaign features a full tutorial for those playing abandoned ship for the first time. Performs autosaves as you play and by finding captain's logs, you may perform manual saves and ports. Where's my thing to control the difficulty level? I want to max out the difficulty. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. Hardcore. Uncaptain mode means that you will not be allowed to create manual saves while your progress is auto-saved. You cannot resume from a captain's log, and death is permanent. This mode is only advertised for if you are a veteran captain and are willing to risk hours of progress if you die. Playing the Iron Captain mode disables tutorial. Alright, let's hope that I remember how to do everything then. I played this a few times a long while back, and I could not get past the first boss, so let's continue. A wild chorus, the birth of a monster. In that moment, the final strand is cut. A burst of clarity. The horror of your recent existence dawns upon you. Escape is all you can think of. The tentacles flail wildly in the water. People drop to their knees, some through fear, others with adulation. Their god is manifest. You watch from your position of privilege on a private balcony. You notice your two bodyguards are distracted and enraptured. Strike them down, flee this accursed place. Instinctively grabbing something, you smash it down on the head of the first guard. Shocked, surprise registers on the second guard. He too is down. You are unsure whether they are dead or unconscious. You feel a drip from your finger. You look down at your improvised weapon, a small idol of father. It is cracked and has cut your hand. You are drifting, but something inside you snaps back to reality. You have to move fast. The cells offer a safe route to freedom. Flee. You stride into the prison with a feigned authority. No matter, the place is unguarded and in our know-there moment of triumph. Escape alone would be futile, so grab the keys from the guard room and approach the prisoner. Who will you unlock first? I can get 3 companions, so this is where it gets hard because all these are important jobs. I think I'm gonna have me be the navigator for the most part, so I'm not gonna worry about getting a navigator. So I'm gonna take a healer, help keep my crew alive and the ship going. And I'll use him to double as my repairman. That'll be his job to heal and repair. Then I'm gonna take these 2 to give my ship some actual offensive. So that way when something boards me, I have somebody for it, and then also when I'm firing from afar, I have somebody that can load the shots quickly. You and your new companion surge through the labyrinthine passage. Labyrinthine passages? Finally a door. Light seeps in through the cracks in the frame. burst through the door. You close your eyes for a moment as the sea breeze brushes your face. Look down the winding path ahead. You see what you had hoped for, a ship at anchor. It was likely stolen and repurposed by the cult. Time to put it to better use. Alright, everybody get on. Okay, you need to get up there. Cut that. You go cut that. Man the gun. There we go. Dozens of furious cultists charge the jetty as you pull away, a high priest at their head. His screams reach your ears and drip with scorn. Heed me, betrayer! Our Father knows and sees you. Always, you will never escape his embrace. As he speaks, the other cultists disperse, no doubt to begin their pursuit of their own vessels. They'll be sending ships after us. Let's get out of here. Now, if I remember right, I think there is actually money that I can grab on this first area. Or I remember that being a thing. If I stay here for a bit longer, and I look around, I think there is actually money I can grab right off the bat. And it's a risk that I'm going to take here because I need every advantage that I can get. Oh, there we go, there's something. Nice. Just gotta keep exploring this area. Don't worry, I am definitely in a rush right now. As you can see, I'm rushing so fast to get out of here. Oh, there's more. Nice, more provisions. So I'm up to 115 gold, that's good. And so the way that this game works is that, like, I essentially get to build my crew, and I want to try to get the best crew and best ship I can get, and so you collect money through traveling around and finding it, and you also get money from completing different missions, and you can get different items and things from missions. There's going to be certain, like, there's going to be different things that you run into, different scenarios, and you have to make a choice on how you react to it. And the outcome is not guaranteed. Like, you might go for one and get a really great outcome, and then the next time you do the same thing and you'll get a really terrible outcome. So it's a lot of high risk, high reward stuff, and you have to manage your ship, because as soon as your ship runs out of HP, you die. And like, it's in the game mode I'm in, if I die, then that's it, game over. I have to restart from the beginning. Now, the other thing too is that I have to go to ports in order to repair my ship. That's the only way that you can do it. So if I want to repair my ship, I have to go to the port, I have to pay to get it repaired, and the repairs usually aren't that cheap. And so I have to always try to keep some money on me if I can, so that way I can get repairs, because if I go too long without repairs, one bad fight and then it's game over. And then on top of that, I also need to spend money to constantly add new upgrades to my ship. And there's a lot of different battle tactics that I can use. Like, I could do the boarding tactic, where I'm always trying to board their ship and then do like melee combat to win. Then there's also, I can try ramming them and just ram their ship into the water. There's long range, where I can just try to shoot them from long range. There's the mid range, there's plenty of mid range weapons. I can try to sink their ship by putting a bunch of holes into it. I can try catching their ship on fire. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do. You can also try to down all of their units. But like, no matter what tactic you use, you need to manage your ship's HP, and you need to try to keep your guys from dying, because if your guys go down, you have to revive them within so much time, or else they die. And if you leave the combat without reviving them, then they die. And if they die, they're gone. They're gone for good. and then you have to go and get you have to go and buy new members, which is an extra expense, and plus like your people in your ship actually have experience. And so if you that's not the right button. So wait, no, that's the right button. Ship management, I think. No, maybe it's not. Crew management. So yeah, so here you can see like the different skills and things they have. As they do these skills, they'll start to slowly level up the skills and get better at them. So you want to have a good mix of different types of units to try to survive all the different scenarios that you run into. And you also need different types of weapons and things just to be able to get through different scenarios as well. Alright, so now let's head on forward. Patrolling cult ships. A ship has stumbled upon us. Man the gun, we owe them no mercy. Yeah, no, my goal is to run. Alright, so you can also pause if you need time to actually issue orders and things. You can go and pause for people. So my goal right now is going to be to get away from this ship, because the thing is that battling a cult ship, even if I win, I gain nothing from it. It literally does nothing for me, because there's not a limited amount of cult ships, so killing it doesn't reduce the amount that there are, and there's not like I don't gain any resources from it, so it's literally just a waste of my time. And the only thing it does is it gives me a chance to take damage on my ship and to lose my units. So my plan here is I'm going to send my guys over to here. Well, I'm going to put him over here on this, because this I can damage his sail with. So I'm going to have him load up this to damage the sail quicker, because I'm trying to damage the sail so that it slows them down, because your sail, if it gets damaged, as it gets more and more damaged, it becomes less and less efficient, so it makes you move slower. And this right here, you go and select the direction and your ship tries to move in that direction. So I can go and try to move towards them or away from them, or try to stay right even where we are. And whoever has the fastest ship and has the least damaged sail will end up, being in control here. And so my goal here is I'm going to go and try to damage this and get as far away from them, and then this bar here charges up, and the speed of how quickly it charges up is based off of my whoever is like piloting the ship, which is me in this case. And so the higher my skill is on this, the faster this charges, and once it charges up, I can do a couple things. I can either run away, which is what I'm going to be doing, and then there's this, which allows me to flip over to the other side of the ship, which I've never found a good use for, and then there's this, which allows me to ram the ship, I do believe. Actually, wait, is that what this one does? Yeah, that one's a ram. This allows me to ram it. But I'm not trying to ram their ship. I want to go. I want to run. So I'm gonna have him man that. I'm gonna have you man that, and then I'll have you just go ahead and man that for now. And then I have my ship moving away. He's trying to stay even with me. And I'm going to go ahead and tell him to fire there once it's loaded. I'm gonna have everybody fire at the sail. Fire at the sail. Oh, that's the wrong button. Out of range. Oh, that's the wrong gun. My bad. Shoot. Shoot. Okay, well you are on the wrong thing. Go over there. Rather you do something useful. Okay, and we're about ready to run and get out of here. I took a little bit of damage that I did not need to take doing this, so now I just need to survive a little bit longer while I run. Also, since neither one of us have long range weapons, the further away I get from them, the less likely they are to actually hit me. Because long range, the longer range you are, the less accurate the mid-range weapons become. And to a point that you can actually get basically out of range of the mid-range weapons. Time is too precious. You disengage and flee. Alright. On to the next portrait. You announce to the crew that you need to take stock and are not to be disturbed. In the captain's cabin, you find some clean clothes, most likely belonging to the poor previous occultist or occupant before the cult had their way with the ship. It felt good to finally be out on your out of your flowing ceremonial robes. You stow them neatly away, knowing that they may yet have their use. Examine yourself in the mirror, and then this is where you get 5 options to change your guy. I'll have a beard. I'll be black. Mr. Dr. Badass Phoenix, the greatest captain to ever live. You re-emerge onto the deck and the crew snaps to attention. We may have escaped, you begin, but we are not yet safe. We must make port, then go our separate ways. It's me thereafter. You return to your cabin and slump into a chair. Moments later, a strong undercurrent of exhaustion pulls you deep into a deep sleep. You see, this is really stupid because they were all in the prison cells that you let them out of, so no, they're also after them. It doesn't make any sense. Still loved and always in thoughts. You were the first, but he knew something within you had changed. Thus, you were marginalized, became a symbolic icon with no real power. You didn't care. Something in you was gaining strength, little by little. The fog was clearing. A sharp knock on your door snaps you awake. Moments later, you stride back on the deck to issue commands. The cult's fortress is far from the inhabited lands. We'll need to investigate through the open waters before we can find the port.